After 2.5 years of the Mueller investigation, 19 lawyers, 40 agents, $30 million, where they found nothing, maybe we should figure out how the whole lie started. That's exactly what Mr. Durham has done.
All right, that was Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee Jim Jordan during Special Counsel John Durham's testimony yesterday on the Hill. Durham testifying for more than 5 hours, detailing the findings of his 300-page report that ultimately concluded that the alleged connection between Donald Trump and Russia was, in fact, a complete hoax.
And joining us now is FBI whistleblower Garret O'Boyle. Garret, thanks for joining us again today, sir.
Yep, thank you for having me back.
Good to have you back, Garret. You testified back in May on Capitol Hill about corruption inside the FBI. The Durham Report came to the same basic conclusions, that the FBI was ultimately weaponized to try and discredit Donald Trump when he was a candidate and then when he was president. What was your reaction to the testimony yesterday?
You know, I wish I could say I was shocked, but I wasn't. It was good to see Mr. Durham up there testifying so we could all get his firsthand take. I know the report's been out for a few weeks now, but it was good to see him up there in front of the American people. And yeah, my reaction was one, sadly not of shock, but of confirmation of many of the same types of things that I saw inside the FBI, and also the retaliation that I've now faced, as well as other whistleblowers. It's no surprise the type of weaponization that the FBI has taken underfoot. And, you know, just like me and some of my colleagues, Mr. Durham was also lambasted by the left, and that didn't come as a shock either.
Garret, what kind of retaliation are you talking about?
Oh, just like the type that I have faced as a whistleblower. You know, a few weeks after my testimony, the Democrats sent a letter to DOJ saying that I committed perjury and obstructed myself. And then, you know, I still am in unpaid status. And I think all of that is just retaliation for going to Congress.
Okay. Does anything change, do you think, when it comes to the DOJ and the FBI over the next couple of years? Because ultimately, and I just want to get your opinion on this, because your testimony was riveting to hear back on May 18th. Do you think anything changes with Merrick Garland and Christopher Wray, who runs the FBI? Because ultimately, they want to keep a Democrat in the Oval Office because they want to keep their jobs.
Right. So I don't see anything changing in the short term, but something must change in the DOJ and the FBI if we're to have a law enforcement entity like the FBI and the DOJ in this country that's to properly function for America. It must change. Otherwise, we're marching down a road that is very dangerous for every American.
Garret, and covering this story, I think a lot of people think overall they hear FBI, and I just want you to explain a little bit. It's not really the agents, it's the leadership. That's what really needs to change, correct?
Right, and that was part of what I have been talking about and mentioning, and Mr. Durham mentioned it in his testimony yesterday, how he's been in touch with retired agents and even some current agents who have reached out to him and apologized for the manner in which the Crossfire Hurricane investigation was being implemented. And, you know, that is my experience as well. It's the 7th floor of the Hoover Building, and many of the people in the quote-unquote leadership positions of the FBI that are either there for the wrong reasons or are applying their own personal agenda, which should not be happening in law enforcement. And, you know, I think Mr. Durham's testimony was clear on that. My experience with line-level agents was similar to that. So that's correct. It's the headquarters level and many in the leadership that have to be cleaned out.
Just about 15 seconds. Can you tell us specifically if anything has shifted for you and your family over the last month since your testimony?
You know, not really. Not much has changed other than that criminal referral by the Democrats that they sent a few weeks ago. And other than that, we're kind of just waiting and seeing. I'm still suspended without pay and haven't really heard much from the FBI either.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But to your point, not surprising at all. Garret O'Boyle, we'll have you back. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.